Do you like drawing cards? Do you like putting as many energy into play as you can? And do you like doing it rather fast? Well, lucky for you, I have a deck with all the horsepower to do those very things. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Goon Squad, and today I'm excited to cover Shadow Calyrex VMAX Solo. So I know in past videos I've said it needs a partner, but today I'm here to dispel that and tell you that the horse does one-trick pony things rather well, and all because of this Underworld Door ability. So once during your turn, you can attach one psychic energy from your hand to one of your psychic benched Pokemon, and if you do, draw 2 cards. So if you have multiple in play, you can use all the abilities each turn. Realistically, we're trying to get minimum 3, maximum 4 horses into play with this deck to power up the Max Geist attack, the main attack of the deck. It does 10 damage and 30 more for each psychic energy attached to all your Pokemon. So, you know, relevant numbers, we do need 10 to do 310. That's the Arceus with a belt, big charm on it. But that's the most relevant number. You'd be surprised at how quickly we get 10 on the board. It's a rather fun deck. How else are we doing this? Articuno Cruel Charge, we're playing 2. So when you play this from your hand onto your bench, you can attach 2 psychic energy from your hand to this Pokemon. So 2 of those in the deck, 4 riders. So each turn we're putting anywhere from 3 to 5, maybe 6 energy on the board per turn, plus attachments. So by turn 2, turn 3, we're up there. We're playing 1 copy of Celebrations Mew. This is just to let us dig for item cards, dig for support. We need to get as many horses on the board as quickly as possible. So having it as a potential open is nice. Not more than 1 though, we don't always need that. 1 copy of Pumpkaboo. This whole deck crumbles to Path to the Peak. And I know you could play a thicker supporter stadium count, but having a searchable out to remove those stadiums was much more effective in the long run. We are playing 3 Battle VIP Pass for those explosive turn 1s, 1 Recycler, 4 Fog Crystal because it searches everything in the deck, 2 Quick Ball because we want some extra outs, 4 Scoop Up Nets because we are going to reuse the Cruel Charge, the Mew, and the Pumpkaboo, 2 Switch, we just want some movement, we don't need a full 4 count, 3 Ultra Ball, again, they'll be to pitch VIP passes later on, or to pitch, to just get into the Shadow Riders early, 2 Training Courts. Between the Pumpkaboo and the 2 Courts, I found myself pretty content. 2 Boss, 4 Marnie, 1 Phoebe. So this was already in the NAIC list for Arceus Flying Pikachu, but I decided to put it in the horse so we don't have to worry about those pesky cows. We ain't afraid of no cow. During this turn, your Pokemon VMAX isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. They have a Miltank in play, we're going right through that ability. Somebody plays Decidueye, we're going right through that. Zamazenta V, we're going right through it. If there's any damage reducing, anything like that, we're going right through it. So Phoebe is there, Pal Pads to recycle it, lets us recycle Boss, Marnie, etc. Air Balloons. Choice Belts also count as an extra energy attachment because it's doing 30 more to active VMAXs and Vs. But 13 is my magic number. It's my lucky number. It's unlucky for some. But with that said, if you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Like the video and leave a comment. We're trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber goal by the end of the year. And with that said, let's try to dive right in. Okay, so what kind of drew me to the deck and kind of turned me into a believer of Shadow Rider by itself was I got bored. I was looking at everything I had in my collection and I was just trying to see what I could make work. I'm throwing ideas at the wall. And I was like, what do I do with Shadow Rider? So I paired it with the Mewtwo V-Union. I found it was a little lackluster. And again, if I wanted to play the V-Union, I'm like, you know what? I might as well just play it with Arceus V-Star. I tried Mewtwo V-Star as well. And I'm like, we're not really seeing anything here. Not really enjoying it as much as I should be. And then I was also thinking, well, what else can I play it with? And I'm like, well, Whimsicott V-Star would be good if there was special energy in format, but it seems like every deck is all basics. What do you know? Speed Drill, okay. And so I was kind of hitting a wall. I'm like, well, what deck do I play this with? And then I was like, you know what? Let's cut all the fluff and see how quickly we can deck ourselves out. Not actually, but like that was the thought process, is how quickly can we burn through our deck and get set up. And you'd be surprised. So the deck rattled off a good, 9-game streak. First 9 games, and I figured, let's see if we can capture game number 10, in a video. But yeah, Shadow Rider. This one here is actually a little more budget than other videos I've done. Shadow Rider just seems to be budget friendly. And then you can very well pick up some cheap budget or some options for expanded. So let's see, what can we do here? So let's go, we won't need the boss at the moment. So we'll pitch that and pitch that. I don't think the one prizers are going to get through us, honestly. We go horse, move. I don't think we'll need the boss yet. So just in case they have some funny stuff. And then we want a third horse. And then Murny. There we go. Okay. So in this instance, I want to attach an energy, but it's more effective leaving it in hand to accelerate with the Shadow Rider. Because 3 horses, attachment for turn, that's 4, that's 130. If I can find one of the Articunos and accelerate at least 1 energy to it, that's 160, and then we're working through all 1 prizers. Okay. Okay. Well, and something I don't have in my collection, but it's worth considering, is there's another Shadow Rider Calyrex V. It's a promo that has a 133 energy attack cost. I may even consider putting in a copy or 2, but I don't have any of them at the moment. So I just ran 4 of the Chilling Rain one, but the promo one is worth considering. Very nice. They're comboing off. Okay. Ooh, they really are comboing off. Torterra gang respect. No! Not the horses! Okay. Well, we're still doing things. So let's see if we can fog crystal. Alright. I am just wondering what the plan is. Let's go psychic. Double charge. 1, 2. Just debating how I want to break their back on their board. Do I take out the Sharam or do I take out the Grottle? That is the question. So put that one there. The Mew is done. We're done with the Mew. I don't think we'll need... So if I play into the Beedrill... Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go this route. And then we will... Okay, so Ultra Ball. And go for the horse. It's very rare that Torterra plays Path to the Peak, so I don't think Pumpkaboo is going to be as impactful. And there we go. So we'll charge up. And Psy Laser, take out the Grottle. Well, there we go. We're off to the races. I am currently working on some Lost Origin content. I just had a spur of the moment idea. I figured let's throw one more horse at the wall and see what sticks, you know. See how that goes. Okay. Well, you know what? I don't mind that. We're done attacking with the Articuno, so this is okay. Let's just keep digging. Well, when I said, you know, let's see if we can deck ourselves out, I was only being... I was pretty spot on when I said that. You draw a ton of cards, and the horse concedes hard, very hard, to, oh god, it just concedes so freaking hard to anything dark. But Palkia kind of deals with it, and if you notice my board state here, we never have to play the full bench, so typically we can accelerate and just kind of deal with any sort of real threat. So Palkia usually has to 2-hit KO through us in order to get there, which is fine, because in this instance we would have either picked off a key piece or we would have, you know, looked for another energy or something along those lines and just kind of really pushed. But in this instance we didn't have to push. It does feel bad beating up the Torterra gang, but again, the streak has to continue. I'm sorry, little one. You are victim number 10. He's speaking as if the game is already over. My apologies, folks. But yeah, no, Shadow Rider can do a lot of things on its own, as long as Dark kind of stays at bay, but you got to be very wary of the Mew matchup. So Mew just is faster than you can be. So you're fast, Mew is just ridiculously faster. Okay, let's keep going. Is there really any reason to keep putting energy on the board? Nah, not really. So now we just have to keep punching through. 250. Torterra got run over by a, not necessarily a reindeer, but a ghost horse. I'm still thinking there's going to be a card in November or whenever the first Scarlet and Violet set comes out that will still be able to take advantage of this card, where getting the acceleration onto the board is really, really nice. It's just, that ability is so freaking good. If any other type had this ability, we'd be seeing it everywhere. The fact that it's dark, of all types, a dark kind of just pushes it to the back. Unfortunately, it shares a type with Mew, and that's what curbs it. But if you were to put it on colorless, or if you were to put it on water, or lightning, or any other type, I really hope this ability gets revisited at some point. It would be terrific. Okay. So what are we doing here? Okay. Stampede. Look at that. Torterra hits like a truck. Alright, so let's go. You know what? Now, let's thin out some more. See, if I help them set up, doesn't look good for me. Okay. Yeah, we did put on a fourth horse just to see. I'm going to try to see if I can turbo as many energy into play as I can next turn. And, oh, well, so that was number 10. If you tuned into the end, just want to say thank you so much. Keep an eye out for the channel. I'm working on some giveaways. If you'd like to see some additional content, please let me know in the comments below. And until next time, take care.